Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley McManus. Hundreds of families were out enjoying Family Day at Fort William Historical Park for the last day of the Voyageur Winter Carnival. And officials were thrilled as over 3,000 people came out for the long weekend. Jess Clement reports.
The final day of the Voyageur Winter Carnival still had streams of people coming in to try out the different activities before the end of the Family Day weekend. And despite Monday being the coldest day, attendees were still exploring the park with smiles on their faces. Families were lined up for the most popular activities, including the sliding hills and maple syrup candy station. Both were enjoyed by parents and kids, and we spoke to some families who said they were happy to be able to get out of the house and have a place to spend some time together.
It's really nice to come out here and have an outdoor activity in the winter. We've come here multiple times for lots of events, and they have a ton of educational pieces, but it's also fun and the animals and crafts. We like the indoor and outdoor activities too, so something for everyone.
Yeah, it's very nice and it's very educational. The kids are learning a lot about, past traditions and cultures. So it's really nice. It's a fun experience.
General Manager Patrick Morash says with this year being the fort's 50th anniversary, they wanted to make the event better than ever. He adds that they're thrilled over 3,500 people came out over the long weekend.
With the weather that we've had, people were obviously pretty keen to get outside and enjoy all that we had to offer, and I'd have to say that we're very excited and happy with what we've seen out here up to today, for sure. I've heard lots of laughing, lots of kids who have been tugging on their parents' jackets to say, no, let's not go home.
Morash says the Voyageur Winter Carnival was the first big event of the year, and they're hoping to have more as the year unfolds. Jessica Clement, TBT News.
Marina Park also saw residents coming out to take advantage of the February long weekend. The Snow Day on the Waterfront event featured 20 activities around the area, as well as live entertainment. Hundreds came out for the opportunity to spend time outdoors and enjoy the various indoor and outdoor activities the city provided, including ice fishing, a DJ skate party, and snowga. The snow sculpture competition has also returned, with 6 teams taking part. This year's theme is local landmarks and landscapes, and attendees had the chance to see the sculptures in person and cast their vote for their favorite. Event supervisor Louisa Costanzo said she was thrilled to see so many people out and about this afternoon.
It's wonderful to see everyone out. They're all through the park, so it's just great to have people come out in the wintertime and get out and do stuff. There's so much stuff to do today as well. I just love seeing the people. I love chatting to people. I love seeing, especially after the last few years, it's such a nice opportunity to see people and say hello and be together again.
The snow sculptures will be on display until March 3rd, and voting runs until February 24th. Residents can cast their votes either in person at the Water Garden Pavilion or online at the city's website. The Regional Food Distribution Association will be undergoing a number of expansions and renovations over the next year to help them keep up with growing demands throughout the region. Jonathan Wilson has the details.
2023 will be a busy year for the RFDA. They currently have 4 expansion projects in the works that will help them maximize their efforts in getting food to people around the region. The first project is renting and renovating a warehouse right beside their headquarters on Syndicate Avenue, which will act as storage for dry goods and later on for cold foods. The next project is inside their main building. It will be a new processing room, fully funded by Ontario Trillium Foundation and Food Banks Canada.
Because of the demand and our availability of surplus food across Canada in terms of vegetables, we are going to be processing potatoes and carrots and all kinds of delicate vegetables available to us from the greenhouse growers down in southern Ontario.
Executive Director Volker Krom says they're also looking to expand the main building, which will add over 8,000 square feet. The current drive-through area will expand to an extra kitchen and new lobby. In the same area, the RFDA is looking to include a new meeting room, as well as a ceremonial circle and outdoor patio. They will also be looking at expanding the back of the building and adding more loading docks to make it easier to load bigger trucks. The expansion project will cost around $7 million, and Krom says they're in negotiations with their partners.
The mining sector and the energy sector here, because those are the same communities we serve. So our first conversation with Newmont, we feel, went very well, but we'll be approaching all of the energy and industry partners because we cover the same footprint.
Crom says getting healthy food to the surrounding communities is their main priority. However, it's almost impossible to process, store, and ship nutritious food in a timely fashion in the facility they have now.
We all know what it costs for healthy food in the north, and we're trying to mitigate that, especially to those populations, those demographics right across northwestern Ontario where it's needed. So I consider my backyard going all the way to Fort Severn and Hudson's Bay, and so be able to share with my family and partners, we have to come up with some strategies.
The new warehouse and processing room are almost finished, and Crom estimates it will take another month until they're able to use it. The planned major expansion and loading docks are in progress, with a groundbreaking ceremony planned for September. Crom is hoping the renovations will be completely done by late 2024. Jonathan Wilson, TBT News.
The Cam River Fighting Walleye hosted a hockey camp this week for young children from remote Indigenous territories, teaming up with Mikanakos Children's Fund to improve the health, education, and experiences of Indigenous youth. 10 kids were flown in from Cat Lake First Nation to take part in 3 days' worth of practices, scrimmages, and other activities with the walleye players and coaches. The camps were part of Mikanakos Children's Fund mission to increase sport for social development in First Nations communities, and they'll be shipping over $12,000 worth of brand new hockey equipment to Cat Lake and Sandy Lake, thanks to a grant they received from the Canadian government.
To see the kids come here and just, yes, they can skate. Yes, hockey's like a big part of, I would say, most youth in Canada, but just to see the smiles on their face, learning new skills, getting to be here with semi-professional players, it's fantastic, and it's really the mission and vision of our foundation.
Are you having fun today?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about playing hockey?
Like going fast.
For these kids, it's a pretty unique and cool experience for them. So just being able to, be someone that they can look up to and just hang out with, and help them any way I can is a pretty cool feeling.
2 walleye players and a walleye coach also flew out to visit youth in Sandy Lake First Nation earlier today, which is a 90-minute flight away from Thunder Bay, and they will be there until Wednesday. The local hockey community came together today for a Shootout for Hope tournament to raise funds for 13-year-old Joshua Natry, who was diagnosed with a brain tumor back in December. The great news is that Natry is feeling better, and the organizers who put the day-long event together were overwhelmed by the support they received. Mike Lang reports.
Joshua Natry on skates was a heartwarming sight for the entire local hockey community. The 13-year-old player for the U15 West Fort Maroons spent the last 2 months undergoing chemotherapy for a brain tumor that was diagnosed before the holidays.
So we had a tournament in Winnipeg, and so we drove down there, and I was having crazy headaches like right before the games. So we knew, like, even all fall, I was having like health problems.
My gosh, he's been such a trooper. I can't believe how brave he's been through all of this. He's certainly been inspiration for me. Yeah, he continues to just blow my mind on a weekly basis. Yeah, you're doing amazing. So proud of you for sure.
Natry's fight against cancer has also inspired the entire local hockey community, as 18 local teams and over 250 players came together for an elimination-style shootout tournament to raise funds for his treatment. The day-long Shootout for Hope event raised $16,000, significantly exceeding its $10,000 goal.
This turnout has been amazing. The number, just look around the arena, it's on fire. Everybody's having a great time. We've had no issues, everything's going smooth.
The players who scored the most amount of goals on each team then faced off in an all-star game where they were coached by some special guests, former NHL goaltender and Thunder Bay native Carter Hutton and his wife Stacy. Before the game, Natry, of course, dropped the puck for the ceremonial face-off, and since the Toronto Maple Leafs are his favorite team, he was presented with an autographed Leafs jersey from Hutton.
I love hockey, and it's obviously really fun. Shootouts are awesome. And just being with other people that play hockey instead of being by myself in a room all day is a lot funner.
I think it's really awesome that we're raising awareness for this kid, and I think it's great that we're giving money to his family to help him with his cancer.
It's really great. It means a lot to our team, and I'm glad they organized this because Joshua is a great player and a great kid.
The tournament's organizers are expecting the Shootout for Hope to become an annual event with how successful it was in supporting Natri. The family has also received close to $37,000 additional dollars through a GoFundMe page, as Joshua must still undergo a third round of chemotherapy. But thanks to the overwhelming support and the tremendous progress he has already made, Joshua is on his way to what will hopefully be a complete recovery. Mike Lang, TBT News.